Welcome to the third community meeting for the Chestnut Street Reconstruction Project. This project is part of ongoing improvements which the city makes to streets, sidewalks, and utilities as part of our rolling 5-year capital improvement plan. This project is funded through the state Chapter 90 program and will be part of a larger construction contract that includes several other streets in Cambridge. This is a two-part meeting. This short presentation you're about to view provides an update to the draft design since the last community meeting. This update was developed through feedback provided by the community at the first two meetings as well as required local and federal regulations. The second part of this meeting will be a live Zoom question and answer session on January 21st, 2021 at 6 p.m. At that meeting, city staff will be available to answer any questions you may have about the project. If you are unable to attend this session, please email all questions to Melissa Miguel at mmiguel@cambridgema.gov. This project includes improvements to existing roadway, sidewalks, curb ramps, crosswalks, pavement markings, and drainage. The project objectives are to meet accessibility requirements, improve safety for all users, and enhance the appearance of the neighborhood. The City Council adopted a Complete Streets policy in 2016. The goal of that policy is to design streets to enable safe access for all users regardless of age and ability. Vision Zero is another important policy you may hear about. The City Council adopted a Vision Zero policy in 2016. Vision Zero calls for the elimination of fatalities and serious injuries resulting from traffic crashes, and the city is very committed to this goal. In addition to Complete Streets and Vision Zero, the city has several other policies and plans that form the basis of our approach to street reconstruction. The Cambridge Growth Policy and Vehicle Trip Reduction Ordinance places an emphasis on sustainable modes of transportation to promote livability, improve air quality, and reduce gas emissions. The city's pedestrian plan, bicycle plan, and transit plan emphasizes improvement, safety, and operation for sustainable modes of transportation. Their goal is to provide a transportation system that is sustainable and efficient and moves people safely. The Cambridge Climate Plan and recently complete Urban Forest Master Plan document our commitment to maintaining a healthy environment in the face of a changing climate. These plans include specific steps we can take to slow down climate change by lowering greenhouse gas emissions and help us reduce impacts of climate change. For example, providing increased tree canopy to reduce impacts of increasing heat waves. All of these policies and plans provide a basis of our design process in a general sense. We then work with residents on detailed design options for specific streets, as each project is very different in terms of their opportunities and constraints. We take all this information in addition to input from the community and develop a scope of work for improvements. So how do all of these plans and policies translate to specific street and sidewalk designs? Let's go through some of them, starting with accessibility. Why is accessibility important? First, it's the law. Both federal and state regulations cover the construction of sidewalks and require newly constructed sidewalks to be accessible. And two, more importantly, it's the right thing to do. We want our sidewalks to be as inviting and usable as they can be for people of all ages and abilities, such as people using wheelchairs, walkers, or pushing strollers. What is required to make a sidewalk accessible? We typically think about the condition of the sidewalk. Is it smooth, or are there trip hazards or other impediments to people using mobility devices? We also think about the cross slope of the sidewalk. How steep is it, or how steep is the sidewalk that goes across driveways? As we are reconstructing sidewalks, we need to identify and address these deficiencies. At existing pinch points, the city is required to provide 36-inch clearance to meet accessibility requirements. Where this is not possible, the city must provide a 48-inch accessible path around the existing pinch point. This slide includes some of the basic design tools we use to achieve accessibility. Another pedestrian safety improvement is the implementation of curb extensions. Curb extensions reduces crossing distance, improves accessibility, prevents vehicles from parking too close to the intersection, and improves visibility of both pedestrians and drivers. Raised intersections reduce vehicle speed, improve accessibility, and improve visibility. Green infrastructure, or GI, is a part of our efforts to improve the quality of storm water before it is discharged from the local drain pipes to the Charles River or Alewife Brook. GI refers to a variety of techniques which use natural processes such as specially selected plants and soils to promote infiltration of stormwater into the ground or to remove pollutants such as phosphorus from stormwater. The city has successfully implemented GI on a variety of roadway projects, ranging from major corridors like Western Avenue to residential side streets in West Cambridge. We are committed to incorporating these types of environmental improvements into smaller projects as conditions and space allow. Green infrastructure, or GI, is a part of our efforts to improve the quality of storm water before it is discharged from the local drain pipes to the Charles River or Alewife Brook. GI refers to a variety of techniques which use natural processes such as specially selected plants and soils to promote infiltration of stormwater into the ground or to remove pollutants such as phosphorus from stormwater. The city has successfully implemented GI on a variety of roadway projects, ranging from major corridors like Western Avenue to residential side streets in West Cambridge. We are committed to incorporating these types of environmental improvements into smaller projects as conditions and space allow. The first community meeting was held on May 9, 2019. Residents provided the feedback to city staff as listed on this slide. The second community meeting was held on February 11, 2020. Residents provided the feedback to city staff as listed on this slide, which included comments on the initial draft design developed after the first community meeting. How did we develop the draft plans we are presenting today? Here is a bit about the design process. First, community input. This was obtained from the first and second community meetings. Next, city, state, and federal policies. And third, we met with the fire department to discuss hydrant relocations. In May 2019, the city collected speed data from 3 discrete locations. The next 4 slides present a color rendering of the proposed draft design for Chestnut Street. Construction impacts are understandably what residents and businesses are usually most concerned about. Construction is disruptive, loud, sometimes messy, and frustrating. The city is committed to working with residents and businesses throughout the construction project. Each project is assigned a project manager and a community relations manager. That team works with the contractor and with residents and ensures that there is clear communication about what is going to happen, when it will happen, and what it will mean for neighbors. Whether it's annoyance like the temporary loss of a parking space or something more disruptive like a temporary water shutdown. Projects in the city have a standard working hour of Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. We expect our contractors to implement and maintain safe and effective traffic management plans to assist pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles traveling through the project area. Thank you for watching this presentation. We hope you will join us at the virtual community meeting on January 21st at 6 p.m., which can be joined using the instructions shown on the screen. At that time, we will play this video beginning at 6 p.m. and we'll start the live question and answer session at around 6:30. We look forward to seeing and hearing from you soon.